Welcome back to Spork Syndicate. This is Tom. Let's have some fun. Ever know a person that'll argue you into the ground, then take your side and argue with themselves until you recover, and then beat you again in the argument, and finally pat you on the back and show you how much he loves you? For me, that person is my dear friend Sela. He's a New Yorker, but there was a time he lived in a place where you needed a car. And for him, that car was a Citroen, unique as Sela himself. Hydropneumatic suspension, front-wheel drive, headlights that peered around corners, and a distinct silhouette. Sela's coming off a crappy year, and I was thinking of him when I saw this sky blue Citroen in a Matchbox 5-pack. So, I did what I do. Chose to make him a custom. The direction I went was to turn this European touring wagon into a rat rod muscle car. A contradiction for a contradiction. Nothing needs to make sense. And here we are. Need to cut a hole in the hood for the supercharger. I drill 4 holes and snake my jewelry saw blade through one of them, then connect the dots by sawing. The next part is to put some big, meaty rubber tires on this curious fellow. Had to grind inside the fenders to fit the new tires, but worth it. So pretty and clean. Too pretty and clean. Time to dirty it up. To create years of rust and wear, I think in 3 dimensions. Rust is not just a kaleidoscope of drab colors, it's a hole in the layers of paint. This means digging into the top coat and creating a few nooks and crannies for the oranges and browns to emerge. Sanding finishes dulling the look, so the car's worn out, a lot like me and Sela. Here we do a little carving out space for the side exhaust pipes. Everything comes together. This Matchbox car comes with a chrome interior because it's connected to the bumper, and that's far from ideal. So I painted it brown. Let's call it middle-class Corinthian leather, or top-tier vinyl. My Molotow pen helps re-chrome where I trimmed some of the blower scoop to better fit the motor and the car itself. Since the engine bay is open, I paint the base black. This keeps the focus on the engine and adds some realism. I begin the rust process with coats of orange and light brown, and then build from there. After more layers of paint and black wash and wiping it away and putting it back on, I switch to powdered makeup, which adds dimension and grit. It's my go-to when aging cars. And I pick up little compacts in the rust color family at the $1.25 store. Caking the makeup on before the paint dries creates texture. In the real world, rust can appear to bubble up or dig in. I break out a fine point chrome pen to detail the door handles, gas cap, and mirrors. Just a light dusting on the chrome bumpers, and then it's off to get some matte clear coat. I really enjoy projects when cutting and fitting is involved. And I really enjoy aging, denting, rusting, cracking, dusting, and messing up castings. Everything fits together. No, wait a minute. Forgot the windows. Okay, here we go. I wonder if Sela would have sold his Citroen if it had this big honkin' motor in the front. The night before she left for Brooklyn to visit Sela and bring him this car, my wife asked me to upgrade the case. The magnets were her idea. I think this car with its big tires and motor and rat rod appearance is a great match for Sela and me. I would have a great road trip in this ride with him for sure. For someone who makes me a better person, Sela. And for Spork Syndicate, this is Tom. See you again real soon.